welcome back to Alphablocked. I've been killing more crabs. Just all the crabs. 75 base melee stats. 92 combat. The better stats I have, the better I'll be able to do with my suboptimal gear. But it gets the job done. The amount of money I have is really not quite enough to do everything that I need it to do. But I'm also not really looking to do a whole bunch more alching right now. So what's happening currently is a very large amount of selling things back that I don't currently need. And that's going to keep happening until we've unlocked Barrows, I think. Hopefully, we'll be able to make this money stretch that far. As long as we don't do too terrible flips, I think we'll be able to get there. Starting that off, we're going to get ourselves the Aram's Robe Top. This would be fairly useful to have at Barrows while I still have Prayer for just the extra magic accuracy. That's just a switch, really. But at the cost of 1.2 million coins, it's going to be more of an upgrade down the line kind of deal. But that is a massive unlock compared to our old magic top, Zerishian. Plus 12 becomes plus 30. And we've actually got some melee defenses on this too. Very good. Interesting that it's significantly worse against slash attacks. Can't stab it apparently, but you can slash right through it. I mean, it's not like you're really going to be using Aram's melee defenses, so not a huge deal. What is a huge deal, though, is the price. So let's see if we can sell this off for not too much of a loss. There we go. We'll get that. Didn't put it in the bank. We need the placeholder. That's part of the thing we're doing. Aram's Robe Top. Placeholder confirmed. Now we're going to lose. See, this is what I was talking about, bad flips. Just general incompetence over here. And now it doesn't even sell. Fantastic. I mean, we only lost 7k once this sells, so that's okay. That's okay. But we're going to keep that in there for this price. For the time being. Next up, the item that's going to allow Barrows to be a money-making method in any way, shape, or form. We don't have quests complete for any of the other ways to get there. So we are going to be heavily relying on Barrows teleports. I'm just gonna get one for now. Simple and effective. That'll get us where we need to go. What isn't simple is Barbarian Assault. For our next roll at Barbarian Assault, and it might make sense that we're here, starts with C, we will be the Collector. One problem with that, though. Collector is given the horn and the bag. So, when we get 2 items at the same time, the first one is unlocked, and the second one is locked in for the next possible time. Since they both start with C, I'm going to unlock the Collector horn this round. And next time, it's a collection bag. I'll probably end up making another clip just to unlock the collection bag. And then maybe do the Barbarian Assault to get all my wanted collector points. But for the time being, we can't make any progress here because we haven't unlocked the bag yet. So there's that. Our money from the Aram's robe top has come back. So for that, failure, double flipping Aram's robe top, we lost about 3k and then about 4k, so only 7k loss to unlock the Aram's robe top for Barrows. If we ever get that as a drop, that'll be very much worth it. But we're taking this money and immediately flipping it back into another Barrows piece. Derox. Plate body. Fairly expensive, as far as plate bodies are concerned. 899k. Compare that to our Guthan's plate body, with a G average of 358k. And take their identical stats into concern. Not making use of any of the Barrows sets at this point. So, definitely gonna go with the cheaper of the options here. And that means we can try to sell back the Derox plate body. How much should we buy it for? $8.99. Let's go for a similar, like, 4k loss, so let's go like 890, about 6k. This is the opposite of merching, where I'm looking to lose small amounts of money. When it works. Next up, 2 items, very similar function. Just for ease of access to locations. Probably unnecessary in the grand scheme of things. But in the grand scheme of things, we're probably going to have to unlock basically all the items, so we're going to get ourselves the Earth Talisman. Lets you go to the Earth Altar. Can make some combination runes if I wanted to make combination runes, which I don't. Need to get in there for a handful of things. So whether it be a talisman or a tiara, or the talisman's just more useful if you're not going to go multiple times in a row. Because a talisman can be used for other activities, like making the combination runes, which we're not going to do, but still. And similarly, the Fire Talisman. Much more expensive, for reasons, I suppose. Cool. So now we can go to the Earth and Fire altars. And I guess we could make Earth and Fire runes. We didn't put the Derox body in. Oh, I bet it. We just cancel. This whole flipping immediately thing is not working out for me. Earth, Fire. See, that's also not the right spot. There we go. Let's go 894,000. 895, 8. So we lost about 4,000 coins. No, not bad. As far as rune crafting is concerned, we can now make fire runes. Which I suppose, ooh, that's actually not bad. We don't have the tiara though, so But still that'd be better than trying to go to the air altar. Between the fire talisman and the ring of dueling, that's actually not bad. That's not bad rune crafting experience, especially compared to walking to the air altar. I'll take that any day. So that's a option if we ever need to train some rune crafting here. Not that I really expect that right now, but a good unlock nonetheless. Another Barrows piece. Gutham's helmet. Fairly expensive as far as helmets go. Got it for 418,000 coins. Compare that to our Torag's helmet, which is a whopping 85k. The stats of which are identical again. So there's no reason to keep the Guthan's helm right now. But I will remember to put it in my bank first. We're figuring this whole thing out. We're figuring this out. So I'll put this in for about 414,000. Okay. Very good. Very good. Lastly here, at the grand exchange for this bunch of items, I'm going to get a Haralander. Not grimy. I already have the unfinished version. But just the basic Haralander is required for a quest, so that's unlocked. Next up, we're gonna go see if this even works. There is a decent probability that I actually need to get another item first here before I can get this item starting with I. But we'll give it a shot. And we'll give it a shot much more quickly because of our Ring of Dueling. Beautiful. Get some teleports. Always a good time. How do you get in here? Okay, you gotta go around. Okay, that's fine. It's more of a run than I expected. I don't typically go to the Mage Training Arena. It's not one of my favorite places to be. But we will see if we can get in there right now, or if it's going to require another item first. Either way, I do have a backup I item already figured out. So if we can scoot in here, slink straight past the entrance guardian, and get ourselves into the enchanting room, you need the Pizzazz Progress Hat. Talk to the entrance guardian to get one. Well, no, I don't think I will. because getting the progress hat does not start with I. So I will return once I'm to P. But that's a few letters from now. So I go to my backup plan for I, preempting a quest reward so as to be able to finish that quest when I finish the quest. We're going to purchase ourselves an initiate salad. We're gonna get a salad. I need money on me. That would help. Salad. Nice. That starts with an I, and that's what we needed. We're back to J again. And the continued adventure of things that are Jade. This time, it's the Jade amulet. Look at that. Starting with the letter J. Amazing. That's all I needed. And now, an item that's actually going to be kept in my bank for use. The Carol's leather skirt. I hope that's not the price. Oh, wow. Carol's leather skirt. Currently skyrocketing in price. Probably due to the equipment changes. 456k. Oof. But it's worth it. We can finally dethrone the yak hide legs as our best in slot ranged legs when not using void. 17 ranged accuracy and some decent defenses compared to 10. And negative magic defense. How's that for equipment balance? Anyways, this is better. That is some beautiful magic defense, along with having range offense. Pretty sure the void... nope, it's better than void. Very good. That is some very nice all-around range and magic, range attack, magic defense gear. Overall, a very good item to have on the account. Probably still would use void instead of just a Carol's skirt and Zamrock D-Head boots when I buy those back. Probably still better. But I'm really looking for the combination there of attack and defense stats for fighting Aram in Barrows. Gonna be good to have. We're not making much progress selling this Guthan's helm, so I don't need to sell it right now for a lower price. But it's just nice to have it taken care of. For L, we're setting up a very special occasion by purchasing regular old limestone. Not in block form, just rock form. hopefully, I can do what I want with this little bit of limestone. That's the dream. And another dream is upgrading the magic shortbow. Currently, 69 range accuracy and a 55% special bar. Slap on this magic shortbow scroll, and it is imbued. The magic shortbow eye. Get yourself a nice +6 accuracy and special attack reduced to 50%. So when we go down to fight Aram, he's getting 4 rune arrows straight in the face. Increased accuracy and all. Sold this helm yet? Nope. Okay. That's fine. I go back in here. Still wearing it. And we can say goodbye to the magic shortbow unimbued. For N, we're getting something very much off the beaten path. We're gonna get some nail beast nails. No real reason. Just didn't find very many things that start with N that I wanted today. So, nail beast nails. That's a thing. For O, I'm just gonna get something a little bit of layers. Like an onion. It's an onion. Actually useful. Needed for quests and such. Good to get unlocked. And now we can go get a teleport to Varrock from Varrock, like a genius. What I'm really trying to do is head back to the mage training arena to get ourselves that progress hat. Is this super important to get unlocked right now? No, not really. Not really at all. I just kind of want to, you know? Mostly to get the eye item from in here for next round, just because. But eventually we might want this for achievement diaries or something. I don't know. We just need to talk to the entrance guardian. Go through all this information about the mage training arena. And we get a free hat. Bonus, I can talk to the hat. And I can wear the hat. And it looks amazing. It's got no stats. It's a progress hat. And now, what might be a huge moment on the account. Taking my limestone and leather gloves to a furnace. We make nothing. You see no reason to do this. Oof. Well, we can make quicklime. But I suppose we're going to have to wait until Regicide for that. But we have unlocked the items required to get something that starts with Q. So that is progress of some description. Unfortunate. So that means we are still stuck back here. 1 out of 5 Q items. Can't get any of the other ones yet. Quicklime is going to happen someday. Queen's Secateurs and Quest Point Cape and Hood, still a work in progress. But quicklime is available once we find a reason to do this. So, no Q. Sad times. Time to start another new quest. Over here, at the coal trucks, we're going to help Captain Logoff. We're going to join the Black Dwarves, but really, we're just here to do all the chores. First among those is fixing all these railings. But here's the thing. I'm leaving. I accepted to help them defend against the goblins there. Take the replacement railings to fix up the area. And just take them. These are mine now. Someday I'll be back to fix the railings. They should have chosen a better person for the job. Here is a big upgrade to our hunter training options. Swamp Lizard. And we can even hold it. We don't have the tar to fire it, but we can hold it. So that's good. Gonna be way better than birds. And if it's good enough for Swampletics to get 99 hunter here, I'm sure we can get whatever level we want. Of course, we do have options for later unlocks for even higher level hunting training methods. So we don't need to just do swamp lizards the whole time. And we probably won't. But that's now available, which is good. The Guthan helmet eventually sold, and we only lost about 9,000 coins, so that's okay. Could be worse. We will see if we manage to lose more money on this next purchase. Torags, plate legs. Not too pricey, he says, as it doesn't buy. Torags, plate legs. Still not bad. 229,000 coins. Reasonable. If we compare these to the Verax skirt, we have no prayer bonus, but significantly more range defense. So these would probably be preferable in many circumstances. It's just a question of whether or not we want to use the prayer. Also, take these off. Verax is similar price. I think we might just keep these for the Barrows grind. +4 prayer bonus isn't going to matter too much, since so much of your prayer is just drained in general. But the extra ranged defense might be enough to allow us to deal with Carol. Kirill? So I might end up, depending on how my money goes, we might end up just selling the Verax plate skirt for a little bit. But they're only 200k, so it's not a huge deal to have both of these right now. Stuff like the Verax helmet, I think it was a little bit more expensive. Verax, just look at it in here. No, it's only 100k. Similar. Once we get a little bit more money together, we'll be able to get ourselves more of these options. But for the time being, I think we can make it to where we need to be with this much. And so we will continue on unlocking some more items. For you, we're going to get Unicorn Horn Dust. Good item to have. Useful. Does things. Starts with you. Don't need much more than that. And with that, we've reached the final Barrows item for this round. We're going to get Verax Flail. Not too expensive. Doesn't buy again. The guide prices are a little bit off. A lot of bit off. This is going to be a great anti-merchant myself, isn't it? Verax Flail. For 125,000 coins, basically. It's got prayer bonus, but that's basically all it has going for it. Not a good weapon by any means. Unless you have the full set, and you're using it somewhere that's actually useful. Not what we need right now, really. I'm going to try to not lose too much money on this. 125. Sell it for 120,000. That is far above all the guide and medium prices there, but whatever, it's fine. It's unlocked, and that's what matters. For W, we're getting an item for a quest. It's made of wood. It's a wooden cat. We could probably just make one of these ourselves. But that would require... maybe we couldn't. Depends what the bench would take. 4,000 coins for a cat. Amazing. Let's see what this looks like if we drop it on the ground. Oh, we have to walk on this side. Hey, we got a pet. He's very good at staying. We have fun here. Okay. And now it is that time of the episode where we decide whether or not we can do challenge mode Chambers of Zarek. We have a magic shortbow eye. That's pretty good. A piece of Carol's. Yeah, I think we got this. No, of course not. No. I don't think so. And failing that, nothing we can get that starts with X. I'm impatient trying to sell this flail. We got merged hard on this one. Oi. Oh well. Maybe we will have to sell some more things. But moving on to Y. We're going to get something to match with one of our previous Y items. I'm going to get a yellow cape. Because not many things start with Y that I want right now. Oh yeah. Looking snazzy. Fantastic. Just what you want to see. Flail Y. How much do Alk for? 96. Alright, so. Sold for 97. 101. Grand total loss on having a Verax flail. 24,000. Good. Very good. Fantastic. I do need the money, though. I do need the money. And I don't feel like making more money right now. Since we're getting close to be able to actually do barrows instead of alking things. Or agility pyramid. So, let's avoid that as much as we can. For Z, we're getting another Zamorak item. Of the list of Zamorak items available, I'm going to get the Zamorak bracers. This will be our very best range gloves. Until we get Barrow's gloves, I guess. And that is a ways away. This is only our second pair of gloves ever. Or I guess we had leather. Leather and ice and ham, but let's compare the stats of all these. Leather has a tiny amount of defenses. Ice has more. Ham is equivalent to leather. Void gloves have superior defenses. And the Zamorak bracers have 11 range, but minus 10 magic. Then defenses are worse in slash, better in crush and magic, and no range defense. And +1 prayer bonus. So better magic, no negative melee attack. Definitely would not want to wear these while actually trying to hit things with magic attacks. But for melee, they might be the right choice. When not using Void, of course. Either way, a good item to have overall. We've made some big improvements to the non-void range setup. Of course, we do still have these boots that we could have, but we don't. We've replaced the yak hide with Carol's. So we're just basically missing the Carol's top, which we're going to get. I guess, do we have the Carol's coif still? Yep. not looking too bad. Some very solid range attack bonus. And once we get the Carol's top, that's going to go even higher. Whether or not full Carol's is better than void ranged in any particular circumstance is going to be a question for then, but overall, making some good progress. That's what progress looks like right there. Not a bad round, all things considered. New super good ranged weapon. Much better rune crafting and hunter training methods. Nearly best in slot range gloves. 3/4 of the way to unlocking barrows. Overall, I'd say pretty successful. Current bank value, 11.5 million. And we have enough money that I should be able to get to where I need to be. Next round. And next round, we're unlocking barrows. Full stop. So that will be very exciting. Next time. Goodbye.